for joining me for this guided mountain meditation. This is a meditation that is adapted from Jon Kabat-Zinn's mountain meditation. Jon Kabat-Zinn is the founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction and is a mindful meditation teacher. This meditation is a wonderful way to get grounded and stable with a mountain visualization as a refuge when things feel out of our control. We can turn inward to the mountain within and find stability and unwavering strength. Let's start by finding a comfortable position, seated in a chair, on a meditation cushion, with our gaze softly at the earth or eyes closed. We can also lay down if we feel more comfortable with head and knees propped. And so begin to feel into the body, the weight of the body on the support beneath you. Feeling the earth rising up to meet our seat or our back body. As we let go of any residual tensions of the day, allowing our arms to relax like heavy curtains. Feeling stable and relaxed. And now bringing our awareness to our breath, the actual sensations of breathing as each breath moves in and goes out. Allowing the breath to be just as it is without trying to regulate or change it in any way. Allowing it to flow easily and naturally with its own rhythm and pace, knowing you are breathing perfectly well right now, right here. Begin to allow the body to get very still. Sitting with a sense of dignity and resolve. A sense of being complete in this very moment, with your posture reflecting this sense. As you sit here, begin to let an image form in your mind's eye of the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know, or have seen, or can imagine. Letting it gradually come into greater focus. And even if it doesn't come as a visual image, allowing the sense of this mountain and feeling its overall shape, its lofty peak or peaks, high in the sky, the large base rooted down into the earth, its steep or gently sloping sides. Notice how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, how majestic. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its top and trees reaching down the rugged granite sides. There may be streams and waterfalls cascading down. There may be one peak or a series of peaks, or with meadows and high lakes. Observing it, noting its qualities, and when you feel ready, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your own body. becoming one with the mountain. You share in its massiveness and stillness, the majesty of the mountain as you become the mountain. Grounded in this sitting posture, your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of the body, your shoulders and arms, the sides of the mountain, your lower body, its solid base, rooted to the cushion or your chair, experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis into the spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming a little more a breathing mountain, alive and vital, yet unwavering in your inner stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, grounded, unmoving presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that as the sun travels across the sky, the light and shadows and colors are changing virtually, moment by moment in the mountain stillness. And the surface teems with life and activity. Streams, melting snow, waterfalls, plants, and wildlife. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night. The bright, warming sun followed by cool night sky studded with stars and the gradual dawning of a new day. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, always constantly changing, yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day. Calmness abiding all change. In the summer, there is no snow on the mountain except for perhaps for the very high peaks or in the crags shielded from direct sunlight. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded in clouds or fog or pelted by freezing rain. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and clouds may go. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed. And sun or clouds, broiling or frigid, day or night, it just sits being itself. At times visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Through it all, the mountain sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flowers bloom in high meadows and slopes. Birds sing in the trees once again. Streams overflow with the waters of melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on its surface, by the world of appearances. it remains itself through the seasons, the changing weather, the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way, as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives and in our meditation, we experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body and of our outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, activity and inactivity, our moments of color and moments of drabness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in our outer world and in our own minds and bodies, buffeted by high winds, by cold and rain. We endure periods of darkness and pain. We also experience moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its energy to support us. And whatever we encounter, each moment of our lives, with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It may help us to see our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crisis. Even the things that happen to us are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. The mountain has much to teach us if we can let it in. So if you find you resonate in some way with this strength and stability of the mountain you're sitting, it may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve and with wakefulness in true stillness. So in the time that remains, continuing to sustain the mountain meditation on your own for a brief period of silence. And now, when you're ready, begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Begin to deepen and lengthen both inhalation and exhalation. And then very slowly begin to blink your eyes open, allowing the outside to come in. And thank you for practicing with me today. Remember that you always have the strength of the mountain deep within.